Hey Christians, can we stop and talk for a second, please? I started making political content on my accounts. It's not all I do, it's definitely not the majority of what I do, and I was dragging my feet to do it, but I started doing it because I just realized how political the New Testament is, and that the reason why we have our documents in the first place is because of politics of the first century. Like, calling Rome satanic in a apocalyptic Jewish text like the book of Revelation is a very political statement, right? Jesus in the Bible convinced me to start getting into politics, although again begrudgingly, and I have been observing Christians on all different sides. And it's been very frustrating, anxiety inducing, painful, irritating, even hurtful. I'll try to summarize it into 3 points so that this video is not meandering and we get everywhere and nowhere at the same time. So, point number one, I don't feel like I belong because of the bipartisan politics and the polarization and what I perceive to be abuses on both sides. I just can't go there, especially in the rise of Trump, seeing how Trump has rallied Christians around him, especially as a black Christian who has been abused. Like, that sucks. But so does a lot of things that is coming from progressives, theologically and otherwise. Not that all of progressivism is bad. There are great progressives. I know a progressive pastor who is non affirming, who is amazing. And I am currently in a Christian conservative space that I absolutely love. So, not all these spaces are bad, but if you're not bad, I'm not really talking about you. So, that's a problem. And so, it leads to me having this intellectual and existential crisis where I don't like have an identity. I feel like politically at least, and maybe theologically, depending on how you want to define conservative and progressive theology, because of this polarization. Secondly, I'm just tired of people not following biblical ethics. Like, even just something as simple as Christians on progressive and conservative sides not listening. We are commanded to listen first and then speak. But a lot of people on these sides want to speak first and never listen. And there are a bunch of other issues related to sexism and racism. I think, especially from conservatives, I think there are biblical ethical violations on the progressive side as well. Don't get me wrong. And the third point leading into the first two is just I'm disillusioned. I'm so tired. I'm tired of all of these problems, and I'm tired of watching these problems come up over and over again in the history of the church and currently. And it feels like efforts to reform theology into something that is more biblical and healthy, politically and otherwise, just fails. Those voices aren't listened to as much as voices that get popular when, frankly, they shouldn't. And I guess I'm making this video ultimately to say, like, does anyone else feel like me? Like, is there anyone else out there um, who feels like me? Whether you would consider yourself aligned with one of these bipartisans or not, um, how are you feeling about all of this? And can we be honest about that? Let me know your thoughts in the comments and make sure to follow me for more.